Okay, if everyone will rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank everyone for the meeting. We'll do a roll call.
Mr. Douglass.
Here.
Mr. Irwin.
Here.
Mr. Langley.
Here.
Mr. McDonald.
And I'm here. We also have our attorney, Matt Favreau. We have Mike Farrell, our highway superintendent. We have Courtney Cater, our water superintendent. We have Bob, our code officer. We have Pam, our secretary to the board. And we have Jim Kirby out there somewhere, our judge. And we have Bob, our dock control officer. Okay. So we're going to get right to the... Actually, before the meeting starts, I would like to...
Parking Bob. It's Dave ranking up Bob.
Oh, okay. Good. Bob. That's what I'm looking at Bob. Sorry, Dave. Beginning of the meeting, we're going to eliminate executive session. I took care of it internally, and we don't need executive session. So I'd like to make a motion. I will make a motion to eliminate executive session. Second. Second by Jim Douglass. Is everyone in favor? Aye. Okay, that is gone. So we're going to go over to the approval of the minutes for January 18, 2018 regular meeting. Need a motion and a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? If not, everyone in favor? Aye. Okay, that passes. Community input. Did anyone sign up that?
Yes.
Don McBrayer.
Mayor, I didn't know if I would be given an opportunity to speak during the actual part of the meeting where the appointment comes up, or if that is something the board would like me to do now.
You should do it now because during it would be under after it's done.
Right. I didn't know if that was something the board could open up during the meeting, but you prefer that I do it now. And then I was wondering if I could request that we move that agenda item to the next thing that we do, so that once we start this, we probably could have an exchange or a conversation, and it's all contiguous.
What do you guys think? Jim? No? Move it up? Okay, so I will have somebody make a motion to move number 10 up to 5B, if that's okay. So I'll have somebody make a motion.
I'll make it.
Jim Douglass made a motion. Jim Langley seconded, so we're going to move number 10 up to number 5B. So, everyone in favor? Aye. Okay.
So, as you all know, I'm interested in the open seat that's available on the board. I served for 4 years as a town councilor, and I attended town board meetings for 5 or 6 years prior to that. And I have a very clear memory of what the board was like at the time that I started attending town board meetings. That was the motivation for me to start attending town board meetings. This past year, I had every intention of running for my town council seat. My wife's illness, her asthma, had gotten better of her, and when her father passed away in May, she made the decision to move to Phoenix, Arizona for health reasons. It was not an easy decision for our family, but it's one I fully supported. And I am in the process of trying to figure out how I will myself move to Phoenix, Arizona in the next couple of years. She's doing great, if anyone was wondering. Her asthma has cleared up. She's back down to her fighting weight of 127 pounds. And her mother just got back from a safari in Uganda, so she's actually doing very well. She's teaching 4th grade and she's doing great. So I made a decision when I was out there in August that I would not run again for town council because I knew that in a couple of years I would not be able to finish out the position on this board. And it would not be fair for the taxpayers for me to run for an elected office and then not be able to fulfill the obligation of winning that elected office. During the election, we had a unique situation where we had two town councilors whose terms were not up, both running for the supervisor's race. One would win, and in that event, there would be an open seat. And this coming November, that seat needs to be filled with a general election. So we have a one-year period where that seat is available. I'm interested in that one-year position because as I stand right now, my wife is in Phoenix, and I'm here, and I have the whole year here, and I'm a little bored, and I wouldn't mind, doing some work for the town since the opportunity is available. I will be here this year. I'm going to be leaving from March 6th through March 26th for a vacation to visit my wife. We're looking at a condo while I'm out there. I will be home after that, and I will be home until after the holidays of next year. She's coming home for the summer, she's coming home for 2 weeks in October, and she will be here for the holidays next year. Next year, when the holidays are done, it is my intention to go to Phoenix, where I will spend the winter, and then we will be the Snowbird family from there on out. But for this coming year, I am available. And there's 3 reasons I'm interested in being on this board. First thing is this Main Street project. That is my primary reason. We've been working on it really hard for the last couple of years. It's a tricky project. There's a lot of parts to it. There's a lot of confusion about it. But I worked very closely with that committee and with this board to help get this project through. We are very close to starting the first phase of that project. I wouldn't mind being a part of that first phase. We've been doing a lot of work with our internet in this building and throughout the town. We're working very closely with Pat Garso, and we're very close to starting some upgrades that would allow better intercommunication between the departments, better transference of things like our camera and security systems and our internal phone lines. But more importantly, we're very close to starting to put into place the ability for the folks of this town to be able to pay their bills online and have better access to our services through the internet. Third reason I'd like to run, I feel strongly that this board functions best as a 5-member board. I don't know of any or many towns in New York State that have 4-member boards. I'm absolutely confident this board could function as a 4-member board, but I think it functions better as a 5-member board because that odd number guarantees a vote is done. And with 4, there's always the potential for a lot of projects that hang. And a hung project is a failed project. A 5th member does that. I'm a Republican, but I have a very good working relationship with the Democrats that have served on this board, with the Democrats that have served on this board, with the Democrats that serve in this town. That's irrelevant when I'm in that seat. Brandy can tell you that him and I have had great times and we've had bad times. It depends on where we are in the campaign cycle because we both filled the chair in those positions. To me, that is an irrelevant thing on this board. My purpose on this board would be to serve this town. And since my serving on the board affects the members of this board, but more importantly, my serving on this board would affect each and every one of you, I am hoping that you appreciate the job I've done, and that maybe for one more year you would give me the opportunity to do that job some more. If you have any questions or concerns, absolutely voice them tonight. Voice them tonight. Regardless of how this board chooses to vote, I will absolutely support that decision. I will not be on Facebook. I will not be stirring the pot, ruffling feathers, or saying anything about anybody. I respect this board. I love this town. I'm simply looking for an opportunity to serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don.
Don, so we're going to have your word that you're going to be here till the end of the term.
Till the end of the year.
Yes.
There's an election in November.
Yes.
Whoever wins that race starts
Yes.
January 1st. Absolutely.
Yeah, Brandy,
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to figure out the process. Is it because the seat's open, you guys can appoint it, or it doesn't have to go to a general election?
It will in November, no matter
Yeah,
what.
but I mean,
it
between
will
now
in
and November, it either stays open or you guys have the ability. The normal process is you guys just can appoint anybody.
Absolutely.
And he's
As
being
long as we
he's
get the
asked to
majority
be
of the
appointed
board.
by the board.
Absolutely. And just a little history. I called Don after our last meeting, and I talked about the website, updating some things on the website for Karen, his wife. I'm the one that brought it back and asked him if he would reconsider.
No, I'm just.
No,
figuring
I'm
this
just saying,
process out,
just how it ended
Yeah.
up back on the agenda. I asked him if he would reconsider coming back to this board if we had enough support. And, you know, and after I heard some, you know, different comments in the last meeting where, you know, it might be a possibility, that's why I asked him, and he said he would reconsider, and that's why he's here. Yeah. Any other questions before we go to it?
I'll make a motion then that,
Okay, so we're gonna go right to the one we put up to, 5B. So Jim, you made the motion. I will second it. And I will have Diane read the resolution. We will have discussion. We're gonna do resolutions first for the public knows what we're discussing. So we're gonna read the resolutions first and then have discussion.
Resolution approving the appointment of Donald McBrayer as councilman to the town board. Whereas the Peru Town Board has recommended that Donald McBrayer be appointed to fill the town board councilman seat vacated by Brandy McDonald through December 31st, 2018. Therefore be it resolved, the Peru Town Board recommends and appoints Don McBrayer to complete the term of the councilman seat vacated by Brandy McDonald through December 31st, 2018, and he is.
Any discussion? Okay, the only discussion I would have is, I mean, like I said, I'm the one who reached out to Don this time, and, you know, I think Don told me when I talked to him that one night that he said he was gonna talk to every council member here and try to reach out. I don't know if he did or didn't. I just hope this board can see what Don has done and what he can finish for us, this town, and he's for the people. And also things that have been said, you know, where we can move forward. I mean, we have a great board, don't get me wrong, we're gonna move forward anyway, but I believe that Don can bring a lot to this board.
Don's got some projects that he had started, and I still believe a five-man board is the way to go. It's not about politics, it's about Don is here for a year. You know, let's just fill the seat and move on.
Any other discussion?
I said 10 days ago, I said that when we talked about Markey, I said that I thought a four-person board, forced to get along, forced to work with each other, is not a bad idea, and I'm sticking to that. Talking to the Association of Towns in Albany, and they said certainly a five-member board is more conducive to business, but there's no reason a four-man board can't work together and learn to work together, and I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Any other discussion? Okay, I put it to a vote. Roll call.
Mr. Douglas.
Yes.
Mr. Irwin.
No.
Mr. Langley.
I think it was pretty clear 2 weeks ago at the vote now.
And Mr. McDonald.
I vote yes. So, the motion will fail. Sorry.
No. So I thank you gentlemen for your consideration. I will leave the offer on the table. If you change your mind in the future, I have to leave the year to serve. I wish honestly all of you the best of luck. And carry on.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move right to item number 6. I need a motion and a second for a resolution for Essex County Terry Mellon snow plowing contract approval. Jim Langley?
I'll second.
No? Okay, we'll work to have Diane read it.
A resolution for the towns approving the Essex County Terry Mountain Snow Plowing Contract for the 2018-2019 term and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas the town board has a snow plowing contract for Terry Mountain between the town of Peru and Essex County before. Therefore be it resolved said, proposed agreement has been reviewed and approved. The highway superintendent and the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute said agreement. And be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Any discussion?
How much was that, Mike? I forgot.
$50.
50.
Just so you know, it's just the parking area where they go off and get their traffic keys. It's not.
Yeah, it's the same as it's been every year.
It's about a 2-minute plus down.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Douglass?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langley?
Yes,
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, it will carry with 4 yeses. Okay, we're gonna go right to, motion discussion. The youth committee had their meeting, on January 23rd, and they got their new elected officials that they recommend that we appoint to their board on youth committee. Jen, Madore, the chairman, chairperson, Beth Lozier, the Cole first chairperson, Carrie Smith, the Cole first vice chairman, and then Carrie Beatty is the secretary. That's their recommendations to us.
I'll make that motion. That's a good group. I've been on the youth commission route. These girls are hard workers and all volunteers. They're
So Jim made the motion.
yeah, I just wanted to second that, we're under discussion, or,
Yeah.
I was just curious, were you at that meeting when they had this election?
I did
Oh,
not.
I was just curious.
No, I was not. I was not here.
No, I mean, look, we need volunteers, it's wonderful that they have them, and I know they're hard
Yeah,
workers.
Jen is,
so,
yeah. And I gotta say, we should thank Greg Mills. Greg was as the chairperson, Brandy, and boy, he put in a lot of time and got a lot of things going, the ski program. I mean,
Did he leave, or is he still?
no, he's gonna stay on the board, Jim, but his kids now are, you know, Jen and Beth and, well, Carrie, they've got some young kids.
Ran to serve.
Okay, so we got a motion,
Second.
second. Okay, everyone in favor? Aye. Okay, we're gonna go right to number 8. New building permit fees. Bob wanted this, he sent me an email. I sent it to our attorney, and what we know so far, and I'll let you talk, Bob, we know we're gonna have to have a public hearing and then set up for our local law. And Bob, you want to,
Yeah, briefly, the only permit fees, gentlemen, board look at change is the permit fees regarding alterations, repairs, or renovations. An eye-opener when someone purchased a property on the lake and they're doing a total remodel, and it's a $50 permit fee. Well, they're gonna spend upwards of $200,000 there, and I'm gonna be there half a dozen or more times. It's just not, it's not working. So that's why I asked.
What's that rate over 50,000 now, Bob?
What's that?
What's that rate over 50,000 now?
Just $50. Anything up, Jim, any repairs, alterations, is $50. So that's why I asked.
So it was 50 for all of it?
What's that?
No matter what the classification was 50?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking that
I see.
we do it based on evaluation of the job.
When was the last time it was raised?
That's been there since I've been there, and I think it's always been that same fee.
before my.
So new construction is staying the same, it's just the repairs, alterations, both on residential and commercial.
There's discussion, so we'll look at getting that set up for a public hearing and then set up a local law. Okay, that's good. We're gonna go to number 9. Courtney called me up on a Saturday or Sunday last weekend and asked if I was available, and I went with him to Vilcor and Courtney. Where did he go? I let you, I'm sure everyone knows about it, but.
I'll pass some pictures around to the council members.
Yeah.
Just want to make everybody aware of the issue we had down at Belfort. In fact, I stated before that how aging the system is down there. This time I brought some pictures to provide. It's very corroded. It was built in the early 80s, I believe 84, 85. You can see we had a broken pump. We do have it patched, a temporary patch. That's stopping probably 99% of the flow. We still do have a little leak, but the pipe's so corroded, we didn't have much to work with. Plans for this summer are to gut that pit. We do have 3 new pumps and a control panel. I just want to make the board aware, the condition down there, it is going to be a future problem.
Now, you've got that, you've got 2 furnaces you're changing out,
At the village. plant.
Yeah.
Correct.
and we still have all the maintenance work around the premises, and you still have a small crew.
We're managing. Thankfully, Mike loaned me two people to help us with that job. And I was I talked to Mike when we do our confined space training, is maybe getting some of his employees as backup in case we run short if we need them.
You know, I just watched a video about what Mike might be busy with this year.
Oh, one of the guys, oh, I'm sorry.
So
one of the guys-
that's gonna be a future, like I said before, Belcourt is definitely gonna need some attention.
Well, I'm
Everybody
not
knows-
really making any jokes. I mean, winter is when we have a good time to sit and plan out what you're gonna have to do come spring and summer.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna be able to handle everything you're putting on your plate besides what you normally have with current
I'm
number of people
optimistic
that
I
you
can.
have?
When they can, he's gonna go.
I don't wanna have to go visit you at the farm, if that's what you want.
My blood pressure's a little high, but I'm optimistic.
But you've got a minimum of 2 days fixing that pump. Right.
To gut it and replace it. Yeah, depending on when we can get back to good pipe. I don't think we're gonna find good pipe inside that pit. I believe we're gonna have to dig outside it and search farther. But we'll have a couple days there. I did have to get more single septic there to pump out about 20,000 gallons of sewage in case we ran into more problems to give us some capacity time. And I have, even though the budget's small there, I have put aside $5,000 this year, which I'm hoping to keep for engineering costs, just to have AES look at the plant over quick. To give us just a quick over, you know, it's not a lot for engineering, but give us a kind of something on paper to look for the future. If we need to allocate more funds for more engineering and future-wise, what we're gonna be looking at as far as replacing down there.
Settling beds are gonna be in there too. so.
Everything, the whole facility is built in '84, it's over its life expectancy.
This looks like this didn't happen overnight either. Looks like it's been
Yeah,
coming along, so. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Courtney, for the update. Okay, now we're gonna go, actually, we're already into other business. I have a couple other business for. Courtney was here today with the guy with the boiler inspection. We have a yearly boiler inspection here at the town. Courtney was here with him, went through the stuff, and we passed, and Courtney, generate anything on it?
it's just, they come to all our facilities, check the blow-off valves, make sure that the boilers are safe. Sometimes they have some recommendations.
Passed, and we're good for the year on that. Matt got together with the signage of or any signage for the town, in the package. You guys want to look through that? Do you guys have any more recommendations or anything? I think it'd be good if we have a guideline and we follow the guideline. Actually, I read it, what we came up with, and if anyone wants more on this, let us know too. A message may be placed on the town approves community sign upon submission of a proper request by any not-for-profit organization, with priority given to the organizations within the town of Peru. That's one. Priorities of the signage shall be on a first-come, first-served basis. Requests for the messages to be posted on the sign shall be received by the town office no later than 7 days prior to the request of it being posted. Messages will be posted for a maximum of 10 days and may be for a shorter duration at a sole discretion of the town. The application of the sign usage shall contain a statement from the office or the board members of the organization confirming that the organization is a not-for-profit organization. So that's what we come up with. You guys want to add anything, or?
Are we covering VFW in there?
Absolutely, they're
Like
not.
John's
First one would cover that, nonprofit.
I do think we need to, like John suggested, I do think we need to work with them.
Anything else you guys want to add? That will be that.
Pam, do you want to come up with a, I guess, blank slate of what the application should look like, containing these criteria? Do you want me to do it, you can edit it, or what's easier for you?
Either one.
I'll kind of come up with a template and we can work together to edit it based on, I know there was a template I saw last time for individual letters and individual blocks,
Yeah.
so.
Otherwise it won't fit properly,
Okay.
it'll be too small.
All right, I'll work on that and do it to you this week.
And it still goes to you, and then it goes to Courtney and Mike, and I put it on.
It's easier that way because
Yes.
he always signed them,
Yep,
proof that,
Yep.
you know, that was appropriate to go up there, and then I either hand it to them or just email it.
that works good.
Yeah, but the future plan is to get that in the town hall, to take it away from my department. Once I get the antennas set up for the networking, that can be done from the town hall.
Good.
The only other business I have, and I think you guys see it, and Jim probably knows this better than anyone.
Stinks.
I mean, we were, I don't know, we were informed, we should have got money this year, but in all reality, the county ran into a shortfall again at the end of the year, somehow, some way with the sales tax. So we're gonna carry $1,074.37 into next year as a shortfall, so we won't be getting any county money, even though
So now we're at 39,000 short.
39,000 short. I wish I understood that a little bit more, because I don't.
It's like 37, 38,000.
Yeah, I mean, now you hear what happened, and
Guess they didn't have the Christmas they expected.
So millions of dollars can go away in sales tax.
Well, they have this thing that they're always talking about, that they get an adjustment. Most of the time the adjustment's in their favor, but apparently it wasn't.
this was 5 years too, right? So now we gotta shoot
This is the third year in a row.
But it's been 5
Oh,
years.
that 5 years, is it? Yeah, I'm not so sure that this was the 5th year, but.
Next year.
Okay, other business, no. Anything for other business? No?
No, go ahead, sit for now.
Okay. Jim? Jim?
Good. Thank you.
Pam?
All the W-2s went out today and the 1099 should be going out tomorrow.
Thank you, Pam. You worked hard to get them out. Thank you. Courtney? Mike?
I met with Nell this morning, now that we've taken over Matt Manic's role, we're gonna try to put in for reduced speed limit on that section. Several meetings, we had people, contact us about reducing that, River Road, I'm sorry. As we've taken it over, we'll see if we can get that reduced.
From the river out to 4 lane just beyond, 2:30 in the afternoon, that's the speed zone. We're up against it because there's never been a serious wreck.
Let me rephrase that, Pitts River Road, I'm sorry, I misunderstood you, I thought it was being, Pitts River Road, that's county.
So it's county.
That's good to remember.
My apologies, I was thinking man.
Yeah, because Mary brought that for River Road, and it's kind of,
And it's a short stretch.
Yeah.
It's a long road.
I mean, I can go down and try to talk to Al and see,
They'll just put the machine up again, and you have to have.
there hasn't been
It's not so much that, you have to actually have 10% of the traffic has to be exceeding it, the speed limit by over 10 miles an hour, consistent.
any. The
So
only
there are
other,
definitely speeders, but
I'll do what I can.
the only other thing I got, the asphalt bid, they did bid it early this year, and the new asphalt plant got it.
Oh.
So, it's down a couple dollars a ton, I think it's 44 change for county contract. And it'll be all super paved this year, super harder stone, supposed to hold up a little better.
Had a few internet issues over court. Got a hold of Pat via text. He called me back last week ago, last Friday. I know his wife was having a baby. We kind of set up tentatively to come that following Monday. Didn't hear or see from him. Tuesday I called or texted him. He called me back. He was at the hospital with his wife. Totally understandable. I'll be there Wednesday. Wednesday came, went, no Pat, no call. I'm a little frustrated. I know he could fix a lot of stuff online, but I'm having power interruptions on the switch that he put in. And I only learned that through the security company, and I got a hold of PrimeLink, and PrimeLink's been on top of it, trying to fix it. But they need Pat to be in contact with them to work together to see what the issue is. Pat sent an email around, thinks that he fixed a lot of the issues the Thursday before. And anyway, he needs to come to the court, and I don't know how to get him. And he's almost impossible to talk to. You could text him, he may call you. You can't call and leave a message. He doesn't answer his phone, he just answers text.
Okay.
And I have reached out to my liaison, and he tried, and that's when I got some long-winded email that I didn't understand, because it was kind of like techies, you know, and I didn't have a clue what the heck he was talking about. So, like I said, I need him to come to the court, and not on a Tuesday.
I will call him after this meeting.
I appreciate it.
And leave a message that he needs to get a hold of you about physically go there.
Yep.
I will right after this.
You know, and like I
So,
said, I
and
totally
the thing is, I
understand.
know on Friday, his wife was gonna get induced, she was gonna have it, it didn't happen until the 24th, which was that
Right.
Wednesday that you're supposed to be there.
And
Because he did send me a
That's
text.
totally understandable, but when he says he's gonna be there and something happens, pick the phone up and call him and say, he's got my number, so I'm not gonna make it, so nobody sits around waiting for him or expecting him to come.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if the price is different if he comes, or the price is the same if he comes or does it online, or, I have no clue, but I gotta have somebody come to talk to Ryan from PrimeLink to work this through. So,
Pam and I talked Friday.
I also talked to Pat yesterday, and he said he's called PrimeLink a couple of times, and they haven't gotten back to him. I don't know.
well, if he came there, Ryan said that I got his direct number, and he said, call him direct, and they talked to him through.
So Jim, what to do then, I call Pat tonight, leave a message. Tomorrow I will call you, get the direct number, call Pat with the direct.
Before we leave here, I'll give you
Absolutely.
Ryan's
That
direct
sounds good.
number.
Yep.
He can call him.
That way we get it done. Yep.
I just think, Jim, you've had so much trouble only with PrimeLink. Not to put a finger, you have charter, right?
PrimeLink has been on top of this, and they're trying to fix it.
They are?
They are.
Okay.
You know, they called me a dozen times, Denise has called me, Ryan's called me. We're kind of waiting for Pat to step up and go talk to him.
Give me the number after, I got
I'll
the
do
after.
that.
Thank you.
Dave?
Special training with the New York State Police this weekend. This morning, got a call for a dog running north on 87. When I got to him, I went with the leash on him, the trooper grabbed him by the tail, got bit twice. It cost me a lot of paperwork, but he understands that I got a job to do, leave the dog alone. They know better now. The dog was as gentle as a kitten. I put him in the front seat of the truck. He was excited. He was running on 87 north. They had traffic out in both directions. Trooper knows not to touch him anymore. Can't grab that dog by the tail.
Okay, we're going to go right to number 13. Actually, I'm sorry, number 12, I see. We're going to go to public comments on agenda items only. Would anyone like to speak on agenda
Yep.
items?
I have a comment about the appointment of Donald McBrayer. I agree totally with Mel that before you guys should be able to handle the town business competently. And I hope you guys do it and put this behind you now. Don't keep putting somebody up, because we went through that 9 years ago. It's kind of humiliating to the town. We have a reporter here, we have all these people here, and the only reason they're here is because something funky is going on with the town. So let's just put it behind you guys before you guys do a good job, man. Get done. Unless you want to get me in there.
Jim did say a fast person. Any other people with comments on agenda items only? Okay, we will go right to discussion resolution to pay the bills. We're gonna have two different ones because of 2017 bill still, and then 2018. So we need a motion for the first one for 2017 bills.
Can move 17.
Jim Langley made the motion. Second. Jim Douglass second, and I will have Diane read it.
Resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town. Whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in December 2017. From Town of Peru vouchers number 201701684 through and including number 201701754, abstract dated 1/29/2018, for the dollar amount totaling $261,244.48. Of that, $13,663.17 was wired. $19,340 were prepaid, and $228,241.31 is remaining prepaid. And whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable in amount. Now therefore be it resolved that payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payment and be in the future. So, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langley?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Pass with all 4 yeses. Okay, we will go right to the next one for the new one for 2018. I need a motion and a second for this one.
Move it.
Jim Langley,
I'll second.
and Mel second. Okay, Diane, another one.
Resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town. Whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in January 2018. The town approved vouchers is number 2018001 through and including number 201800121, abstract dated January 29th, 2018, for the dollar amount totaling $225,740.64. Of that, $63,765.47 is wired, and $188,975.17 is remaining to be paid. And whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable in amount. Now therefore be it resolved that the payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payments, and be it further resolved that the resolution shall take effect immediately.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Langley?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, that passes all 4. And we're right down to adjourning of the meeting. I need a motion and a second. Jim made a motion. Second by Jim Douglas. Everyone in favor? Aye.
Just practice.